Yeah, now we see a rising number of Americans think it's okay to harass public health officials. I don't think so. I don't think so. Because you're harassing the wrong people. That's number one. Because really, they know more, even if they down with it, they know more than really foot soldiers doing the job of the beast. So you need to go after Biden himself. You know what I'm saying? Not these officials, because these officials are really just foot soldiers. You know what I mean? They really just the ones going out and doing the bullshit, even if they're down with it as a whole. You know what I'm saying? Going after them, you know what I'm saying, it's not going to do much other than get yourself probably caught up. But sometimes, these people put themselves in these positions by following the beast and is a part. So we know who all is a part of it, and you need to label them and then have them kicked out. You know what I'm saying? Do not re-elect them for any position at all. As long as you don't re-elect them, they're going to go out. If they lose it, they're going to go out, no matter how you twist and turn it. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, you made your point by going there, but you don't have to harass or hurt the individual. Do not re-elect the individual. Stop that, and don't allow them to cheat it either. U.S. health officials are in a cross year, whatever, as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic, facing threats and harassment from the public they serve. They did not serve the public. I'm sorry to say it. That's one point you got wrong. They did not serve the American public. They followed the orders and the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And a growing percentage of U.S. adults are fine with that, according to a new Cornell. No, it's not. We don't give a fuck about Cornell University study. You garbage, nigga. You trash. Analysts of the public opinion survey we conducted. Who gives a shit about that too? You garbage. You know what I'm saying? During the pandemic, found double digits increase amongst Republicans who considered harassment and threats against public health because they were betrayed. You betrayed the American public all the way down to even selling everything going over in other countries to be made other than here, closing down the factories. You remember Chicago, Detroit, the Motor City, all that type of shit. He closed on tons and tons of factories and made a culture of businesses moving over to foreign countries and leaving the American people high and dry. And some of these big tech jobs and stuff too. So don't come with that. And now you're talking about the COVID-19 and many other things. You know what I'm saying? And these health officials are sitting up there acting as if like what they did was so justified. You know what I'm saying? In more ways than one, but consider harassment against public officials justified. The survey were conducted in November 2020 and again in July of August 2021. By the end of the study, there was a gap of 15% point between Democrats and Republicans support intimidation tactics, you know what I'm saying, against health officials. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing. Why they talking about the harassment of these officials who catching it just like other people caught it during the beginning of the pandemic and all the Black Lives Matter bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't talking about that when they were beating up on Republicans and punching them in the face and causing all kind of havoc and bullshit and scrambling the eggs and shit. You know what I'm saying? You won't say nothing about the people being harassed, the old people trying to come from a conference in DC while they're clapping and screaming on them and, you know what I'm saying, over here massive harassing the police and having the police come out there and do the whole pandemic, bullshit and then all this bullshit and all this bullshit. During the pandemic, the health officials have suffered attacks at hospital, telephone threats, and armed protesters at homes. The research said in University News release, they said pandemic fatigue may be de facto. No, ain't no pandemic fatigue. It's the bullshittery trickery and the fucking lying shit and the sabotaging of American people while you move everybody else in and they get all the fruits and the labor while the American people stood here for years and years and years through depression, recession, bullshit ass chumped up war catastrophe on American soil while everybody is making billions of dollars and buying up all the real estate next to our military bases in North Dakota. You know what I'm saying? Along with Bill Gates buying up all the farmland in North Dakota and all the potato fields that makes all the potatoes and French fries. These people are beasts, I'm telling you. So I don't feel sorry for nobody. The demon, especially when it comes to health officials, I don't feel sorry for you. But I don't think it's the right course of the people, constantly, harassing them and so forth and so on. And certain tactics. Just do not re-elect them. Make sure whatever position they do not get, and they're going to be up for election sooner or later. Make sure that you rally against their election. If you want them out, you want them out. We are the people. Let's use that now. The Demo, the demon Democrats and an African Democrat lifespan reduction act. Like their brain, you know what I'm saying? The price control on the top selling brands of name drugs starting in 2026. Virtually all health experts agree that the price control would discourage innovation. You know what I'm saying? You know what? They don't give a shit about you. You know what I'm saying? They don't give a shit about you. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't even getting into that. You know what I'm saying? We see the truth about Michelle Obama is a secret no. Okay. And yeah, cornball. We know what that secret is. And we're not going down that road. We ain't got time for that bullshit. Mayor Adams turns down Governor Abbott offer and say it's a photo op. Mayor Adams, your globe headed cue ball old gold ass, your fucking cue ball ball headed looking self is a photo op. Let's get that straight. Mr. Abbott is straight on the line. Me and him have issues of what went over there with his, certain things and his, but right now he's fighting for Texas and that needs to be done because we see that is invasion of our nation. And that is true. You know what I'm saying? 2 days ago, Texas Greg Abbott asked New York Mayor Eric Q Ball Adams, you know what I'm saying, and Washington, D.C. Mayor uh, Muriel Burrows for a tour of the Texan Mexican border. One mayor has already declined. Why you decline? Why you decline? Because you're a demon Democrat. You agreed with open border policy. You agreed with 100 days to get to the border, so rush on down there. And millions ran to do that so they could come over here and have a better life in a multicultural place and have a little freedom and make some real money for their lives so they become millionaires and all this different stuff. Blocked by the border, they can't do that. But at the same time, the people who coming over have to understand that you can't all come over here and flood out the country and cause an overload of it and so on and so on. They're going to ensue many different things that is not going to look good and it's going to grow and it's going to fester and they're going to become a big problem. So why didn't Mayor Merrill Burroughs go down and see what's going on at the border? So you're not interested in securing your nation from outside invaders, especially off the coast over there in Australia? You're full of shit. Burroughs for a tour of the Mexican border. One man has already declined. That's one jackass. Do not re-elect Merrill Burroughs. Get her out, or whoever she is or he is. Get them out of there. Vote them the fuck out. Now, same thing go for Mayor Q Ball Adams. You know what I'm saying? Vote him out. Do not re-elect this man as no fucking governor. As no mayor. You know what I'm saying? You need to put a Republican in that position. Mayor didn't waste, of course, Q Ball ain't gonna waste. Mayor Eric Adams didn't waste any time and already had a response back to Governor Abbott. And guess what he said? Instead of a photo op, Q Ball, listen to Q Ball, you doing a photo op with this bullshit you talking right here, right now. You know what I'm saying? Instead of a photo op at the border, we hope Governor Abbott will focus his energy on providing support and resources to asylum seekers. So how is he concerned about the border crisis? You tell me, Mr. Abbott. He don't give two shit. This statement right here is garbage in what he's saying. Listen to it. Mr. Abbott invite him down to this to go down there and see what the crisis is at the border and what's carrying on in Texas and overloading because I guess they want to try to turn Texas into a demon democratical state. You know what I'm saying? But Mr. Abbott, the governor of Texas, is doing a great job, and we might as well leave him there for now. We have issues with him, but he's better. He's the better governor for that state. And if Texans were smart, they would keep Governor Abbott in that position. You know, come on, cowboy, you got to know this. You know, you can, certain things ain't what the way we want it to be, but it's better than what you are trying to try. It's better than what you may have slipped and allow into the into the situation. You need to keep Mr. Abbott, Governor Abbott, in his position. You know what I'm saying? But listen to the response after Mr. Greg Abbott invite Mayor Eric Adams to come down to the border and see what's going on. He said instead of a photo op at the border, which doesn't make any fucking sense, that first set of line there. We hope Governor Abbott will focus his energy and resource on providing support and research for asylum seekers. That's straight garbage. He's a contradictor. You see how he contradicted himself? He's saying there was a crisis, and Mr. Abbott is sending some of them over to his state to get a release from Texas because it's overwhelming Arizona and Texas state. And then the first thing he gonna say, he supports more research to asylum seekers. So he's full of shit. Because if that's the case, he should be doing that because you agreed along with the bullshit. Let's be honest here. He's garbage. Do not re-elect Mayor Eric Adams back into that position. Get a good, clean Republican in there that you can trust till you can fan this shit out. Because Como Romoracia had already fucked it up for years. You understand? No one was sick until Como put that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And he fucked it up for years. In come this cue ball. Same with Bill de Blasio. You got him out, you got Como out, and then you put this cue ball, fruit ball back by, the crew, you know what I'm saying, in there, and he's in there talking stupid shit. What mayor would not have flew down there to see what's really going on, but instead of going down there, he called it a photo op on the governor's part of Texas and said in his fucking statement, you know what I'm saying, instead of a photo op at the border, we hope the governor will focus his energy and resource on providing support and resource for asylum seekers. Nobody is saying nothing about support and something about asylum, but it does. The statement don't fit to what Mr. Abbott is asking them to visit down there and see what's going on. So therefore, you are sabotaging the Republican state of Texas with this bullshit, but playing that you are not. At the same time, you down with the bullshit. Now they're sending them over to you. You now saying that he should do this and do that, but you probably glad he's sending them to you. You bald-headed football wannabe clown. And you know they're gonna cause havoc in New York State. You already seen what they did to that little boy at the bodega. You know what I'm saying? But providing support for asylum seekers in Texas as we have been hard at work doing it in New York. See, you're a goddamn liar. You a goddamn Luciferian demon, Democrat, blood-sucking cue ball clown. You ain't did a goddamn hard work in New York because if it was, the crime level would drop. Many other things that were on the table will be reversed, and many other things you would have went down there for sure and see what's going on, and many other things would have changed. You haven't changed a fucking thing. You and Mr. What's it called? Fat. What's his name? Brags. You know what I'm saying? Attorney, so-called general, whatever the fuck he is. He up here sabotaging New York right along with your bully, bald-headed black idiots. Talk about you are hard and work in New York City. We continue to work with the federal partners. Yeah, who? The demon Democrats and Bush, Bush and Reagan and oh sorry. Obama, sorry, Hillary Clinton, Secretary of Shitty State, her shitty ass in the Secretary, you know, saying Bush Jr., the donkey, you know, knocked down the World Trade Center, but blaming it on the Saudis, but attack Afghanistan. I mean, well, which one are you talking about here, you football, cue ball, fucking idiot? You sound like an idiot, and you're supposed to be a mayor? You're worse than Bill de Blasio. We continue to work with federal partners to receive additional financial resource immediately. And who are you going to give it to? The asylum seekers? While the New Yorkers are sucking a sour lime, high price gas prices, high food prices, high this, high that, and you're poking garbage in their motherfucking ass. You're full of garbage. Do not re-elect this cue ball, fruit bowl, Kojak looking clown. And even Kojak was the man. You know what I'm saying? Sorry to use his name or his series on that. You know what I'm saying? You a clown. You know what I'm saying? We know who was down with the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You're going to fight until immediately, but we'll never turn our backs on those in need who we are arriving. Yeah, to create a whole new democratic voting party, and you're going to use these people to try to stay in power forever. Probably going to even use them against the American people eventually because, you know, well, it could turn out to be a civil war in the land because of this garbage. So you're full of bullshit, Mr. Eric Adams. You have not fooled anyone in any shape or form. You garbage. Let's get that straight.